I spotted this on IGN today. It's about Battlefield 6, the movement war between the new gen and the old gen, aka COD players or Fortnite players versus Battlefield players, legacy Battlefield players. Just to give you context, people who's been playing Battlefield do think that the Battlefield 6 movement is a little too fast and it should be a little bit more nerfed because it's supposed to be slow and strategic. New gen, who are mostly COD players and Fortnite players, tend to favor more faster movement, and there is an ongoing war about this whole idea. So IGN has dropped this article. So this is the title, as it says: Battlefield 6 sparks Zoomers versus Battle Dads war over movement, but the devs are looking for somewhere in between. Battlefield movement is top of mind for EA, Battlefield Studios, and players, as the community's latest debate has formed around the topic of Zoomers versus Battle Dads. Yeah. A few gaming communities take movement mechanics as seriously as first-person shooter fans, as gamers new and old now drop into what has become one of the most popular Battlefield games ever. Everyone's talking about what kind of player Battlefield 6 should cater to. This guy's tweeting, apparently I'm a battle dad because I enjoy playing games slower and don't want to always be zooming around. It's okay, young one. It'll hit you too one day. You'll get it and understand why it's still fun. While FPS games like Call of Duty have ramped up movement shooter mechanics with things like jetpacks, wall running, and more recently omni movement, players have long seen Battlefield as the yin to that yang, offering more methodical approach to the tactical military shooter subgenre. So when the August Battlefield 6 beta revealed mechanics that leaned more into movement shooter territory than the series had ever experienced before, long-time fans, often not so lovingly referred to as battle dads, were quick to ask for changes. The reason why people have an issue with it is if you want faster movement FPS, you have a lot of options for those. You have a lot of options like Call of Duty, starting with Call of Duty and every other single game that you can find in this space cater to that fast movement style. The reason why people were so happy to get a new Battlefield and quick to jump on it is because this has been one of those I mean, if you're really hardcore, you can play like Hell Let Loose, which is another FPS war sim. It's almost like a war simulator. It's almost too hardcore for most of us. Battlefield provided the middle ground between casual vibe of Call of Duty, the dark, gritty, strategic play style of like a war simulator, similar to Hell Let Loose. It's a little bit more forgiving than Hell Let Loose or any other war simulator type game. So if you look into that type of game, there's not a lot of options out there. So that's why people wanted this to be similar to what other Battlefields have been, like old Battlefield games have been, like more slower, more strategical, because we don't have a lot of options in that space. So if you're getting a Battlefield game, we should have that, not cater to every other game, what every other game said. That's why the Battle Dads have an issue with it, and I think it's fair. Because if you want to play it like COD, you can just play COD. I think that's the argument here. But let's go back to the article. EA and VF Studios oblige, announcing that Battlefield 6 movement has been tweaked to create more balanced and traditional Battlefield experience later that same month. Changes included reduced horizontal speed and a hit-to-jump momentum that many had used to dance around others. Shooting while jumping or sliding was also nerfed, thus causing a stir amongst the newer fans, often called Zoomers, who typically favored movement shooters such as Call of Duty. You can probably see where this is going. Well, yeah. Battlefield Studios did the right thing by actually nerfing those movements, because the reason why this Battlefield 6 has been a huge success is because the people who have been dormant without a proper video game such as this to go back into, and with the Call of Duty going the way it's going, a lot of the people who sort of gave up on playing these FPS shooters kind of came back. And I know a few myself as well who did that, and they weren't even playing Call of Duty, but now they've finally coming back to Battlefield. That's why we have a lot of people on these servers now. It's not just Call of Duty people coming to it and battle dads returning. It's those people who weren't playing because they just simply didn't like the direction Call of Duty took. They didn't want any of that, and even the last few Battlefields have not been good. and they were just happy to get a good Battlefield game, and that now they're jumping in. I do understand most people are curious and jumping in to check out what it is. And also there are COD players just jumping in because of the hype for it. But ultimately it was a success because all these people were coming into it. So Battlefield Studios did the right thing by listening to the fans and actually nerfing those movements. You can let me know if you don't agree with me. And why that is. I don't mind. Let me know in the comments below. Another AAA studio gutting movement to cater to people that play games 1 hour a week that will never run into people utilizing movement tech anyway. Yeah, okay. Oh, go fly a kite, bro. Content creator and ex-user. If you want movement in your shooter, go play COD. Battlefield's a different kind of game. Yeah, yeah. This I feel like this whole war between Zoomers and Battle Dads is kind of a pointless one. We just need to look into the history of Battlefield and how it's catered to its fans, and then make a decision based on that. Call of Duty, on the other hand, has always been the faster FPS. They always focused on fast movement style, and they just doubled down on it as the series went along. Whereas Battlefield never really did that. We don't really talk about Battlefield 2042. It's when Battlefield DICE lost the plot and had to reevaluate, and that's why this took such a long time before Battlefield 6 could be announced, because they had to take hiatus. Ultimately, Battlefield has always been a tactical shooter. It's more strategic, it's more slow, and I think it should remain that way if they want to retain the fans who play 1 hour a week. Although it's not the case. People who have jumped on it are playing a lot of Battlefield right now because they truly enjoy it. They truly enjoy it. Let me show you something. This is the Steam charts for Battlefield right now. Okay. Right now, it's only got 147,000 people right now. I don't know what time it is in US. This is probably affecting because of the US player base. But just 24-hour peak was 400,000. Okay. 400,000. This morning when I checked, it was 400,000. A lot of people are playing this. And just to compare, right? This was their 24-hour peak. 51,000 was their 24-hour peak. And they have 17,000 players playing Call of Duty right now. Where are all the Call of Duty players, dude? Are they playing Battlefield? Yeah, I guess so. But don't be complaining that it doesn't play like COD. That's what I'm saying. If you want to play COD, you can go back to COD. There's a new one coming in a couple of weeks too. No one's gonna stop you. You can just play. I mean, get a Game Pass. You can just play for free. Kind of free. I think you should leave Battlefield players to play Battlefield the way it should be played. If you don't want to play it, if you don't agree with the way it plays, you really should consider going back to Call of Duty because it's missing some players right now. You should be supporting the games that you like. It doesn't have to be an opinion crash or a war between these two different types of people. They can coexist together. You just have to find the game that works for you instead of trying to change the game you're playing when other people are fine with it. You know what I mean? Call of Duty is Call of Duty, dude. They have all the crazy skins and they have omni movement and all that. And they will always probably gonna have that. I don't think they're gonna change. They're not gonna do a whole 180 and make it Battlefield. I don't think they would do that. And that's because of the player base, and most of the players actually prefer the way it is. And that's totally fine. That's completely fine. But Battlefield, they're just gonna cater to the players who actually gonna keep these servers alive for the next year or two, right? Not the COD players who are jumping on the hype and playing it for a month and then ditch it when the new Call of Duty Black Ops 7 comes. I think it's just as simple as that. It doesn't have to be this huge debate. It's very simple. There's all these people fighting on the internet about this movement and everything about Battlefield and everything about Call of Duty, but I just think we just need to coexist as COD players and Battlefield players, and COD players play COD, Battlefield players play Battlefield. If you want to play both, that's fine too. No one's gonna judge you. Just find the game that matches your style because there are options. That's it. That's really it. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this whole Zoomers versus Battle Dad situation. Are you a Zoomer? Are you a Battle Dad? Let me know. And if you hated my take as a Battle Dad, let me know that too. We can talk about it. Join my Discord. We can hang out and debate about it if you want. Interesting, man. Interesting that it sparks a lot of controversy lately. It's very weird. I mean, it's a game. We just enjoy. Just play the game.